Hey guys, I'm a Swanton007 here to do another pay-per-view review. Still in 2005, we have got Backlash 2005. This wasn't a great pay-per-view, let's be honest. Nothing above 4 stars in my mind. I have seen one of these matches, the Chris Benoit Edge Last Man Standing match, being given a 4 star, but I do not think that is so. I'll get straight into it and start off with an Intercontinental Championship match between Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho. Now, I've seen this match being given like 3.5 stars to 3 3/4. I've seen no one give it a 3, but I've given it a 3 because there were just so many stuff-ups by Shelton Benjamin. Jericho the match just showed how green he was and how he didn't really deserve the position that he was being pushed for. He didn't really pay his dues or anything. He was just sort of being pushed, and during this year he was supposed to get a world title shot, but it never really eventuated because if he never really had any charisma. He couldn't really talk on the mic, but they gave the match a good 14 minutes 40. Who was it? Shelton won with a roll-up after he blocked the lion salt. After he blocked the lion salt, and then Benoit goes for the walls, and then Shelton wins with the roll-up. There were just so many stuffs up by Shelton Benjamin. I just couldn't get over it. I was just like, and it never really got going. It seemed like they tried to make it very quick, but it just wasn't that quick. Just nothing that really interested me in that match. And as I say again, Shelton is green as a fucking grass. Green as grass. There you go. Next we've got a tag team turmoil match. Start with the Heartthrobs versus Regal and Tajiri. Boring little thing. Who won it? Tajiri and Regal won with a sunset flip. Then Dean Malenko and Maven... No, not Dean. Dean some random. And Maven came out and they got pinned by Tajiri. Wait, they got Regal... Regal gave a knee to the head on Dean and they pinned him. Then La Resistance comes out, and I'm pretty sure they beat them with a stunner. And then Hurricane and Rosie come out and they win after Hurricane comes off of the top of Rosie's shoulders. I enjoyed seeing the Hurricane and Rosie win, the superheroes, because they just had one of the better gimmicks. I felt that La Resistance really should have maybe won that as well, because they were a fairly good tag team and they kept tagging and they seemed like they could have gone somewhere, but it never eventuated. I gave the match 2 stars. I gave the match 2 stars because it really wasn't that interesting. Then we have got the Last Man Standing match between Chris Benoit and Edge. Nothing really much in this match. I mean, there was a cool spot where Benoit hits a German suplex from the ladder on Edge, and he gets up at 8. Then Benoit Germans him again, and then Benoit goes up for the headbutt and misses it, and then Edge pretty much goes to his briefcase, grabs out a brick and knocks over the back of Benoit's head. Pretty much nothing. It was a terrible ending. There was one good spot. They had some alright action, but for me, Last Man Standing matches are never that great because they take all this time. You've got to get, like, say, 20 seconds for the referee to count, or 15 seconds for the referee to count each time just to get to 7, and they just waste a lot of time. The match was almost 19 minutes. Edge won as he was on his way getting his push with his Money in the Bank briefcase, and he was looking good, but this match wasn't I gave it a 3 3/4 stars. It was good, but I've never actually seen anyone give it a 3 3/4 stars. All the ratings I've seen are actually the one I'm looking at here, 3.5. So yeah, Dave Meltzer gave it a 4, but I definitely don't agree with that. Then we've got Viscera versus Kane. This is just shit. Kane wins with a boot and a choke slam to Viscera, and it really just... Viscera is not looking good here. Viscera ends the match by turning face and giving her the... what's it called? The bomb thingy she does, and then splashes her. No, bear hugs her, then splashes her. Yes. And I gave that match a... let's look here. 1 star. Then we've got Muhammed, Hassan and Davairi versus HBK and Whole Kitty Hogan. This match was all just about the pops of like HBK and Hogan on the same team, and Hogan getting his say one more match, I guess, but we all know how many more he has. It ends. There were lots of close. There was lots of close covers. I felt that like it was held off from being a good match because of Hogan's sort of... he had ring rust and he's old and he's got all these injuries and shit, and they end up winning when Hogan hits the leg drop and HB hates the super kick, and then Hogan covers. I've given this a 2 3/4 stars. After the match, Hogan and HBK celebrate for like a mark out sort of moment with those two celebrating together. They then get this guy who got a tattoo of Hogan on his back, so that was a bit weird, and he was fat and it was disgusting. Then Christian comes out and does a segment, and he raps and he bags out Cena, pretty much starting off their rivalry for the Vengeance pay-per-view. I think it goes into SummerSlam, to Survivor Series eventually or something. I'm not sure. He may leave after Vengeance. Who knows? I forgot. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I don't know. I've never really seen it before. So then we've got the last match I've given 2 3/4 stars. Now we've got Hulk Hogan versus Batista. This was an absolutely boring match. Batista still didn't know how to wrestle at this time. He was still very green. He could not pull off a good match even if he wanted to. There's a cool spot where the whole story was pretty much Batista is afraid of the pedigree, which is a bunch of bullshit. He's taken it before, what of it. There was an alright... the pretty much the only alright spot was Batista took Triple H up for the powerbomb. Triple H knocks him in the head. That's the height. That's the middle sort of ground sort of thing. It ends off with a Batista bomb to Triple H, with a couple of nice reversals. Like it goes pedigree, Batista bomb, but something like that. They just keep switching, reversing. I gave that match a 2.5 stars because it was just shit and there was nothing to it. Batista wins because, you know, they're trying to push Batista. Why would he lose in the next pay-per-view? They're going to have an awesome match at Vengeance in a Hell in a Cell. And yeah. So guys, I am OzSwanton007. I gave this pay-per-view a 6 out of 10. Guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks guys. Talk to you later.